Right, thought I'd do a bit of an update on the car situation, seeing as I've not done one for a while. I'm going to take these off because these are really annoying me. Um, they need adjusting. They had been adjusted by one of the lads at Asda, and because they were really pressing into the side of my head and making me quite headachy. But he's overdone it, bending it outwards, I'd say, and so they've got a knack of sliding down my nose, and because these are these, is it varifocals, bifocal, I don't know, focals, where you've got different ones at the bottom and top, and I can't see because they've gone really down my nose, so all this is completely useless. But yeah, so anyway, the situation with the car is at the minute I'm still waiting. I have to wait until I've got to wait until my new chair arrives. I did phone up the Motability because there's a grant side that are looking into helping me to get the car that I need with all the adaptions and stuff. And they are basically looking into getting me something suitable. However, I have to wait till the chair comes. But the guy at the wheelchair services, he says, "Oh, you should be okay. Phone them up, tell them the chair that you're having, and then they can have a look on their system for the sizing and stuff. So they've got an idea of what they'll be looking for." So I phoned up, and this guy that I spoke to was really, really shirty and full of attitude, and I didn't like him at all. But I said, "I'm only telling you so you can, sort of be looking at what styles are suitable." And he's like, "Well, yeah, but, you know, we need you to be able to have the chair so we can bring the vehicle for you to try up against it." And I thought, well, I'm only telling you what I've been told. And I don't think they understand at times how stressful it is when you've been waiting well over a year for this change to happen, and you're in this stuck situation. The car that I have had on my lease, I've had it extended per month, but I don't have a chair that can fit in that car anymore. So the chair that I had that used to fit into that car was one that you took apart, and that sounds like as if it's light as a feather. It weighed an absolute ton on the base, and the seat was really heavy. I mean, people used to pick it up and say, "How the hell did you manage? How the hell did you manage? Because it weighs a ton." And I'd have a hoist to get the base part into the car, but it all takes time. You're pressing a button and it crawls up along, and then it swings outwards towards your boot, and then it slides in. But when you're standing there and in so much pain, it's a lot of work to keep yourself upright, and in the inside you're screaming. So yeah, so my little boot scooter that I had, as I call it, but it wasn't a scooter, it was a power chair. I had to get rid of it because there was no space for me to be able to, in my living room, I got my big chair in there, and then this tatty armed chair that was there, but then it hadn't been charged up properly and it hadn't been run, so it was just sitting there. And I've got to the point now, You know, there is no, I can't put this chair that I'm sitting in now, it is the type that would be able to go into my car, but I don't know how to take the seat off the base because it's all big and clumpy, so I can't physically undo it to put it onto the back seat. Besides, I wouldn't be able to carry it, and my nominated driver, that is a neighbour of mine, I wouldn't expect him to know how to do it because you just wouldn't know. It's not so, you'd have to be shown how to take it apart. And then I don't have a hoist for the hoist bracket. Well, I've got one in the shed, but I haven't got it attached onto the base of this. So, and to lift this into the back of the car is a lot of weight. So at the minute I'm paying £83 out of my money for the car to basically just sit there. I haven't been out to start it, you know, giving it a run, ticking the engine over. I haven't done any of that. I've actually just given up with it. I'm just like, do you know what? I'm sick to the back teeth of nothing happening. The guy having a go at me over me just giving him the details of the new chair that I'm having for potentially to go in, well, it is to go into the next vehicle. And because his attitude was really shit, I just thought, sod it, I can't be bothered. So I've just decided to, you know, leave it. It can rot for all I care, it can sit there, it can grow daisies around it, I'm not bothered. They're not exactly in a hurry to help me out, so why should I be bending over backwards to keep this car in good stead? All they'll do is send the AA out to put a new battery in it, and that will be it. It'll go. But at the minute I'm just waiting. I think they will extend it me again and again. I think it'll be Christmas by the time something happens. I think we'll have Christmas and be out the other side. I'm fed up. You know, it's got to the point now where I'm really limited on where I can go because the footpaths are really, really crap for power chairs. I'm going the same things all the while. And if I can't get to them, I don't go. I've not done buses. There's so much on TikTok and social medias over people struggling to go on buses with chairs. I've not done any other public transport. I don't have a taxi for things. You know, there's times where there was a time where I booked a taxi and I wanted one for a chair suitable so I could ride into it with my chair, and they sent me one. It was me and my son and his girlfriend. We were going to my son's graduation a year ago, and the pair of them lifted it, him and his girlfriend, they lifted it up and into the boot of this taxi, and I had to just get in and get out. And he tried dumping us on the side of the road instead of taking us all the way into the building, and I thought, what are we paying for? You know, I said, no, we're going all the way in, right to the doors. I'm not struggling to get over the road and in. So, but you know, there's a lot of frustration. And I just want them to get on with things now. I mean, before we know it, we're nearly into September. Then it'll be October. I think come the middle of September I'll get my chair, I hope. And then we'll see what kind of vehicle they've got to come out again with, potentially this van thing, I reckon, to see what kind. But the thing is, I mean, they bring this great big VW shuttle that they brought, and where I live, it's all tight parking. It's very tight. Got a street that runs towards the flats, and it's all tight parking there. I mean, I don't know how the bin wagons manage it, but they just about do. And it's really, really tight. And I've thought, but they're people that are experienced in driving big vehicles. I'm not used to it. And if I haven't got the confidence to drive something like that, then I'm not going to use it, which makes it completely waste of time. It worries me massively. And, you know, I get told, oh, you get used to it. But if you're not used to driving something of that size, it's a lot to expect to be able to get used to it. So, I don't know. It's a big panic. I'll see how it goes. I'd love just to be able to just get on with things and enjoy doing things, you know. I mean, it's like I can't take the cats to the vets myself. I've got to pay extra for the vet nurses to come out and pick my cats up and take them to the vets. And then, so it's literally a whole day of waiting at home, because I never know what time they're going to pick up. And then by the time that they're seen, and then they're put back into the holding area, and then they're dropped off at the end of surgery. So it's a whole day thing. Appointments for hospital, I've had to rely on patient transport. I've had to yet again cancel my appointment that I would have had with dermatology. It's the 4th time now I've cancelling. Nobody can put on the system for me that I needed a patient transport appointment, because I've had appointments for the weekend, I've had late appointments, I've had right at the end of surgery appointments. So it's ridiculous, and I just feel like giving up. I've cancelled so many appointments. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. I've got an MRI next week. I've got to be there for 9 o'clock. That's going to be fun. Yeah, I've got the MRI next week. And then I'm hoping I'll get another appointment with rheumatology after that. But I'm waiting on an appointment for him. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off because I've rambled long enough. I don't want to bore people. But I do a lot of shopping either online, rather than struggling with it, But it's like I've got 2 parcels that I've got coming. And honestly, I don't know what's happened with both of them. But as for home shopping, yeah, I'm just sick of it. You know, there's a lot of issues with the fridges and freezers at the moment, so a lot of things get cancelled. System failings, and you know, with the internet and all that stuff, as well as fridges and freezers going wrong. I miss just being able to just get in the car and go kind of thing to what I need. Not that I did a lot of travelling in my car, but it just gave me that extra bit of freedom. So if I wanted to go and do something, it didn't matter how long it took me, I could just go and do it and come back. I don't know about test driving the vehicle. How do you do a test drive when you haven't got the adaptions in the car for you to be able to try it out to see if it's suitable for you? I did think that the guy would have took me in some sort of a spin with this vehicle, this van, to see what I thought of it, to get an idea. But the only way you're going to get an idea is if you're test driving it yourself. So I really don't know. That's a question I want to ask. How do you do a test drive with a vehicle that needs to be adapted? How can you test drive it if you, by just looking at it and going, oh yeah, that looks okay? Because the only way, and I don't think I'm going to be confident in a van. I want something a bit smaller, but something that's suitable for my chair to go in the back of. And there are cars that are out there, but it just depends on the criteria whether you're able to be accepted for it or not. It's a really long-winded application, and I really thought by now I would be in that loophole of where I'm that one step further along. But yeah, not easy. Anyway, I'm gonna love and leave. Deciding what to do for tea, I've got no idea. I just can't be bothered. My son got me a takeaway earlier, which was nice for dinner, like a late dinner. But we had a McDonald's. He had his stuff, which isn't what I would anywhere near what I would have. But I had a McPlant he bought me, so I can't complain there. But it was nice of him to do it. It used to be quite a regular thing at one point, but you know, it seems to have sloped off. I'm trying to get bits done for either the kitchen, the living room, or the bedroom, and I'm itching to get back in my bedroom. I've been on my sofa for 5 years and it's getting me down. I just want to get the bits, the furniture in that I want to get sorted out, get my room decorated and be in it. But it's having the money and the time to get things put together, or pay somebody an arm and a leg to do it. I mean, my son's girlfriend's supposed to be putting furniture together when it comes. She says, oh yeah, I can do that, I don't mind. But she hasn't had the time with work and stuff, and when she's come over, you know, it's to see my son, and they haven't had a lot of time to spend together, so it's been difficult. But hopefully I can get these bits sorted soon, because I just want to get it. I want to be in there, even if I've got to wait till after Christmas. You know, it's been a long time, but I can only do what I can do, and I've got myself a decent cleaner now. My care person's fantastic. So those bits are great, but it's just waiting on things to happen. So anyway, like I said, I'm going, so I'll catch you later. 20-minute video done. So catch you later anyway. Bye guys.